Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to Zombicide Eternal Empire Video Part 2. So in this video, we are going to look over all of the campaign cards. So go back, check out video 1 if you want to see what all the different campaign is about, all the new survivors, the new zombies, all the new equipment, all that fun stuff. Basically what the core of the box is. This is going to be 100% a spoiler for the campaign cards. We're going to look over each different ones. We're going to go over pack Quest 1, Quest 2, and see what all the different cards are. I'm not going to hold up all the maps and show all that as well. I'm just going to go through each quest, but we're going to look at each one. I'm not going to read every single part of the text, maybe just the option stuff, maybe not all the story things. But I will hold them up so you can always pause them if you want to. So if you do not want to know what's in the campaign, go ahead and click off this video. That's entirely fine. I just want to go through, or if you want to just buy an example, you can go through, watch as we go through Quest 1. And kind of see what all the different cards are in there. So you have an idea of what the campaign is going to hold, but then realize there are 10 more quests in the game that we're going to go through. So one other thing I just want to point out before you hop in there, when I opened the box, there was a replacement with 2 extra cards for Quest 1 and Quest 8. They just have some little bit extra text on there. Outside of them actually being, I already swapped mine out, being in the beginning of the deck, there's no other reason to keep them. They just change them up, so once you swap them, you can get rid of them. If your box does not have replacement cards, I would assume it's a later edition of the game that they've already fixed it in. Alright, so without further ado, we are going to go ahead and head into this. So, just as a reminder of how these campaign cards work, some of them are going to have notes, which won't have any other distinction other than what quest they're from and then what numbers. And there will be various cards in there that will tell you to look at the notes. All of the rest of the cards on there will have various graphic outlays that line up with a picture on the board. Takes place of part of the scenery on there. And it has up in the top corner what numbers they are. So it's numbers 1 through whatever. Actually, I have these in the wrong order, so it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just to keep track of how many there are in each set. I don't believe they generally have any relevance in the game outside of that. And then on the bottom here, it will tell you what tile it actually goes to. And this does use stuff from both the Frozen, or the, the Eternal Empires as well as the core game. So if we just take a quick look as an example here, so if we look at tile number 35, so here on the board we have this little treasure chest, and what we do is when we place this card on the board, it's going to line up with the pictures and everything, and it's going to replace that. So now this is on the board, so instead of activating this objective token, you'll go ahead and activate card number 3 when you get over there. Which has a new symbol on it. So I love the fact that it changes up how everything looks. And then when you activate this, you'll flip it over. It'll tell you what it does and what this stuff does. Sometimes they're straightforward. Do this object, do that. But what's also neat is because I can make the same map tiles do different stuff throughout the courses of the game. So like in Quest 1, that map tile might be that particular thing. Or this would be disturbing noise in Quest 1. In Quest 6, it might be a completely different thing. It might change up the picture. It might be the same picture. It could even be a very common enough card that might be the same name card. I think they're all different. But it could be something like that. So we'll go ahead and hop in and look at what each one of these are. I'm going to kind of zoom in. So, alright, so for Quest 1, we'll start with there. We have a disturbing noise. So if we flip this over, if we activate this, I'm actually going to read the full one for this, which you did in the base game. It says, as you begin exploring the dark room, something starts moving slowly in the corner of your eye, making a disturbing noise. So the survivor earns 5 AP and makes a choice. How do they react? You can act defensively and read note 1, or act immediately attack it, read note 2. And what I thought was really interesting about this is until you've played the game a bunch, maybe you reveal what these are and you know what they are, you don't know what your options are. You could assume, hey, there's something in the dark, must be a zombie. So you could act defensively, and maybe it'll be like, hey, you shielded yourself from a zombie attack. Or you could attack it immediately. Hey, you killed it before it killed you. Awesome. On the other hand, it could be, hey, there was a survivor. You acted defensively. Oh, you didn't attack them. Cool. Oh, they're gonna join your team. Now you have a new character for the rest of the campaign. Or you attack immediately. Oh no, you killed another survivor. I guess now that guy can't join you ever again. So there could be multiple options like that. It's not always like just a bad thing's gonna happen. It's not like, oh no, a zombie popped out. Or it's not gonna always be a good thing. Oh, I found a reward. Sometimes it could be various options. And we could have several that just ask this question over and over. So it's like one time it could be a survivor, one time it could be a zombie. So until you actually play it multiple times, you won't know. So let's take a look at note 1. So if we decided to act defensively, what would have happened? You see a freshly deceased warrior slowly rising back from the dead as a zombie. He faithfully glows eerily green, or right behind you, you see a Volk weapon. Place a Warden Brute in the zone. Keep this card revealed. It may pick up like an objective, then discard. Survivor taking it gains 5 AP and a random vault weapon if there are any. They may be reorganize their inventory for free. So you backed away. Oh no, there was a zombie that popped out. Okay, but you didn't get attacked by it right away, so you didn't walk right up to the thing. But now you have to fight a Warden Brute, which, according to the Frozen Fortress rules, you have to defeat with a chi ability. So if you activated this too early in the game, maybe you might not have any chi built up, or if you weren't paying attention and you weren't prepped, that could definitely be bad. So our other option was attack it immediately, which is note 2. So if we flip to that one, the thing you get struck with lightning reflexes is a freshly reanimated zombie. Under his twice dead body, you find a vault weapon. Survivor earns 5 AP and a valuable vault weapon, if any are available. They may reorganize their inventory for free. So there's the difference. If you would have just acted immediately and taken the risk, you would have gotten a vault weapon immediately. If you don't, you have to fight a brute zombie, which could be bad depending on your situation. But there's no way for you to know that, right? That's what makes this very interesting. Alright, so then if we jump into Objective 2, the chi is the key. Just as cool as a glowing blue chest to the board. And then if we flip that over, the chest you found is locked and you cannot see any apparent mechanism on the top of it. A single sentence says, chi is the key. Survivor earns 5 AP. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor in the zone may spend 5 chi at once to discard this card, open the chest. They earn a random vault weapon if any are available. So cool. Another way to earn a vault weapon. An attractive weapon. You find an elegant weapon stuck in a huge jade rock. It seems you could break the rock and grab the weapon, or you could take some time to examine this unusual stone. Keep this card by you and keep revealed. Any survivor in the zone may make a choice. Break the stone, revealing note 3, or extract the weapon, spend 1 action, and discard this card and read note 4. So if we do note 3 and we just break the stone, which is going to show a status on it. You strike with the single heaviest piece of metal you can find enough to crack the jade rock, which crumbles completely. The weapon is yours. Then a great ring light illuminates and the room fades away. It roars up, heard in the distance. Was this a trap? Survivor earns 5 AP, random vault weapon if there are any. They may reorganize their inventory for free. Then the player is interrupted. May resolve a zombie spawn on each active spawn zone. Then it resumes the player phase. So here's one where if you just immediately act, you're actually going to kind of get punished for it. Because now you have to fight with all the extra zombies getting summoned. But if we did do note number 4, and we took the time to carefully do it by spending an action, moving the weapon slowly and carefully requires some effort, but it is worth it. Nothing was broken. Suddenly, a faint green glow emanates from the jade rock. Magic that works somewhere close. Dark magic. Earn 5 AP and randomly get a vault weapon if there are any. They may reorganize your enemy. Then, for free, place a Defiler Necromancer on the spawn zone 2. If it's already on the board, it may resolve an extra action. So that one ended up being bad as well. But which is worse? A Defiler Necromancer or getting extra activation, or having an extra possible spawn, which could be anything. Could be walkers, could be an abomination, on every spawn zone. So that could definitely be, which one is very interesting on what happens. So it's really cool. just different choices of stuff that can happen. Alright, then we have Artifact from the Past, which is a really cool blade. This one, you find an impressive weapon of archaic design, clearly forged in ancient times, yet upon taking, you realize it's a mere forgery. Probably best made as an ornament, better luck next time. So what's neat, though, is because, like, you look at that. Like, now, again, we're looking at this. You have a glowing chest, a rock and a sword, and a sword on the ground. You have to decide which one you want to go after, just based on looks. And then that's when you find out, oh, this was the bad choice. You may have basically wasted time going across the board to not get a weapon. But how are you supposed to know that, right? We have quest number 5 here. We have armories, or card number 5, Armory, Hero's Armory. So this one will have, this place was turned into an armory, was plundered several times, and a small fire consumed old warbands. You have time to save a single one of them. Which will you choose? The survivor makes a choice, so you can save the dragon banner, the rabbit banner, or the tiger banner. This is kind of an interesting choice too, because in the core set we have a white rabbit and a tiger survivor, so it's very interesting. So if we read note 5, the dragon banner boosts the guards' morale, reminding them of who they are and what they fight for. This is an equipment card. It may be used in the backpack. The survivor may keep it from one quest to the next without any keep roll and is discarded as soon as a guard is eliminated. Dragon Berry provides the survivor with a free guard action skill. After taking the banner, survivor may reorganize their inventory for free. For note 6, we have the rabbit banner stands for elusive tactics and strikes true and smart. So it's another guard card. Rabbit banner provides a survivor with guard slippery skill for blue. Or basically just gets it at any time. Then you get the 5 AP, and then if we look at the last one, it is Tiger Banner, which cancels the guards' will to fight. They get guards damage 2 for melee skill. So very cool. So that's a neat aspect. So we had some that gave us vault weapons. Sometimes we had to fight different zombies. Sometimes we got nothing. This is going to give us extra skills to use, which is really neat. And then the last card in the first quest is a Lost Battle, which is someone obviously lost a fight here. You can find an antique weapon in very bad shape and still be used, but it won't last long, unless perhaps you find a blacksmith and a working force to take care of it. Survivors make a choice. Use the weapon right now. The survivor earns 5 AP and then a random vault weapon. They may reorganize their inventory for free, or keep the weapon safe. Keep this as an equipment card until the next quest for free. During the next quest setup, discard this card and draw a random vault weapon in addition to their starting equipment. So it's kind of neat. So you can either immediately get a vault weapon, which will help you for the rest of the quest, but then at the end of the match, you have to roll to see if you can keep it, and you might potentially lose it. And vaults usually have a higher amount of dice they roll, so there's a higher chance of losing it. Or alternatively, you can wait till the next turn. You can start the entire battle with a vault weapon. So this might depend on, your choice might just also depend on how early in the quest you get this. If this is one of the last things you're finding and you're about to complete the mission, it might make more sense just to hang on to it and start with a better weapon, versus getting one right away. But if you get this kind of early on, or you're being surrounded by zombies, that extra weapon might just be what you need to survive. So very, very cool. I do want to jump, so I'm not going to show off all the different quests, but we do have the first quest, which is the Weapons of Wonder. So again, you can see definitely themes in there. It's going to say you're going to need all 7 notes. Lists on there what you need for your starting goings. There's 6 objective cards, and it's going to show you where each card goes as well. So it's also another quick way to kind of help out, just figuring out which each one goes. But yeah, we're trying to find weapons, and there's a little story on there. Well, how we're trying to find weapons before we get into the thing. So yeah, they kind of do that. Our objective is, the quest succeeds as soon as survivors are taking all available vault weapons, and can be done by taking objectives and or eliminating abominations and necromancers. So we want to get all the different vault weapons. I was just seeing if anywhere where it said how many vault weapons we are. There's no other special quests. yeah, there's nothing on here that says how many vault weapons you start with. So, I mean, it must just be all the different vault weapons that are available. By warp, it's just trying to get all the different cards. Yeah, so there's one of our examples. Alright, so that's our first quest. So we're going to go ahead and kind of run through the rest of them. I'm going to go a little bit quicker on each one. I'm not going to read every single, like, maybe all this text up here. Just kind of maybe read what it does. Again, you can pause it. Alright, for quest number 2. So instead of having notes number 1 and 2, we have random notes. And we have 6 of them. So we don't know which one. So instead of drawing note 1, note 2, whatever, we're eventually have to draw random notes. Which is, again, this is a neat way to do this. And then we have 6 different quests in here. So we're going to show them. We have Untouched Storage Room. So if we flip that one over. We have in here Survivors earning 5 AP. Keep this card to draw 2 cards. We'll search in the zone. Then roll a die. 1 to 3, discard this card, and 4 to 6, no additional effect. Yeah, so kind of cool. So everyone can keep coming back to this until it ends up getting discarded. So you can draw 2 cards when searching, then you can do it again, or somebody else can come through and search until you end up rolling a 1 to 3. So you could end up getting 3 or 4 different items out of this card. We have a Strange Fountain. So I don't think the fountain was on the board, but that's kind of neat to add that. So we have, yeah, so a little bit zoomed up. There's some bones in the fountain. There's something at the bottom. Survivors earn 5 AP. If they have 6 chi or more, discard this card without effect. Otherwise, set the survivors reserved to 6 and their wound bar to 2. Interesting. So they did take some damage, but they lose some of their chi potentially. We have the portal, and this is one of the neat things. I'm just gonna activate this portal on the board. This is a really fun thing. So that's on number 38. So we actually have that tile here. Just want to kind of take a look at that. So right there's our normal tile for 38, and then now you end up putting this card on top of it. Lining it up however it lines up on there. Not sure which. Maybe it's supposed to be this direction, but I have it upside down. Yeah, so that adds a portal to the board, which I think that's a really neat way to do this. You can leave some details off the board because you're going to add them with these cards. It'd be really cool if they made an extra campaign mode for Black Plague and Green Horde to add stuff like this. So you get 5 XP. So you gain lots of XP for earning objectives like you would normally. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor performing a move action in a zone may go through the portal instead. Discard this card. Place the survivor in any zone of their choice. Does not apply to guards. We have To the Last. So we're going to throw a bunch of bodies on top of that bridge. It's a survivor's 5 AP. Draws 3 equipment cards. They may reorganize inventory for free. It's not a search action. Bridge over troubled waters. Earns 5 AP and gains this card. Place it near their dashboard. You can be kept into the quest from one quest until the next until used. To use this, discard this card after any roll is made by the survivor, including a keep roll to the reroll die. Survivor must use his new result. So cool. It's going to let you just get an extra free reroll at some point. And then we have Big Boom, which this one's going to say, reveal this card. Any survivor in the line of sight may spend 1 action card to discard and eliminate all actors in a zone. The survivor earns all related XP. So very neat. So we have all those, and then we're like, okay, but what about these random note cards we didn't use? So in here we have special was to shuffle all random notes and place them in a deck near the player. When a red objective is taken, draw it from the deck and read the card. The objective sets for a spawn in the corruption zone. And they have meditating monks. Guards represent monks. Each pair cannot be performed. Guard attacks until the red objective token of their zone is taken. The note drawn from the deck indicates how the corresponding guard plays. Whenever a zombie kills a guard in a zone with a red objective, reveal a note from the deck and read it. It'll say whether the game is won or lost. So this is kind of neat, because although we have the objective cards, that go on the board. We also still use the objective tokens. It's unique they didn't just get rid of each one of them. And then it's also making the guards playing a different form. They're not playing as just regular guards that you can use throughout the game. They're playing as special things you have to go through and look for, which is a really neat and different way to do that. So, all right, so if we look at our random notes, we have keep this card to place any 2 objective tokens in the zone. Survivors in the zone may take objectives to gain random vault weapons if there are any available. They may reignite their inventory for free. No vault weapons are available to survivor and 5 AP. Instead, discard this as both objectives have been taken. As soon as the guards can perform, guard actions. It is not lost if revealed after a zombie attack. This one's going to gain a vault weapon. The guards can perform guard actions. Survivors can also keep this note beside your dashboard until the end of the next quest. Maybe discard to cancel all wounds inflicted to guards in a single zone. This one says, keep revealed, considered a key statue until the survivor spends 1 action. To disturb spends 1 action to disturb the monks. The next card is discarded. The guards can perform guard actions. Survivor is 5 AP. And it is lost if this is destroyed or revealed. Keep this revealed. Any survivor and a guard may perform guard actions. Then the guards in the zone may make a choice. Then the guards may perform guard actions. Wake the monks, earn 5 AP and discard this card, or meditate. Survivor spends 1 action, earns 5 AP. The true reserve is set to 6 if it is below this amount. Survivor also keeps this card next to the quest. Can use this discard to set your chi to 6. It's kind of like, do you have time to stop and meditate and spend an action? You can get some extra chi and have some later. Or you just end up discarding it for the 5 things. Survivors earn 5 AP, draw up to 2 vault weapons, select 1, keep, shuffle it back into the deck. Survivors may reorganize their inventory for free. No vault weapons are available. Survivor earns 10 AP instead, for a total of 15. Then guards can perform actions. And then the last one is gain a randomized vault weapon. Guards can perform actions. Keep this card. Maybe discard to eliminate all actors in one zone containing at least 1 guard. The guard is eliminated as well. Which then you'll have to be until the end of the quest. So it shouldn't be an issue here if guards get eliminated. So yeah, so that's a really neat way to do that as well. Like we have these random cards that can get drawn. It's just extra things. Some are special abilities. Some are other things. Also a heavy note in this game, just after these 2 things. They really want you to get these vault weapons. They don't want you to feel like you're struggling the entire game. Which is a really cool idea. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just hop right into quest number 3. So here we're back to just some notes. But we also have 10 quests in this one. So it's a little bit bigger map. Which is also why we're trying to fly through these a little bit quicker. Do you dare? Alright, so Survivor keeps a card. Stand in the first spawn zone after spending their last action may discard if they do. All survivors gain 1 campaign XP. A fallen hero. Survivor performs an action. Simply perform a death ceremony to pay last respects. Read note 4. If there are no point dilly-dally, take her weapon and move on. Read note 5. So if we read note 4 and we gave them a proper burial, all survivors earn 5 AP. Survivors found a Celestial Mandate. Cards considered equipment card owner can move the Celestial Palanquin, represented by the beacon. While standing in the beacon zone, they may spend 3 actions to resolve a move action along with the Palanquin towards the exit zone. May move the Celestial Palanquin represented by the beacon. While standing in the beacon zone, they may spend 3 to resolve a move action along the Palanquin towards the exit zone. So you can move the exit, or the beacon in this game, towards the exit zone. Yeah, so in here it says the Celestial, so it goes to the quest. So if you go through and look at the quest one, the whole idea is you're supposed to be trying to move the beacon towards the exit zone by doing various things. So this is just one card that potentially helps you do that a little bit quicker, which is cool. Otherwise, if we went to note 5 and just no dilly-dallying, we pissed off the spirit, Gain a random vault weapon if any reorganized. Survivor keeps his card at their dashboard at the end of their quest. Other keep rolls fail, then the card is discarded. So yeah, you gain a weapon quickly, but you end up losing all your weapons at the end of the round because you pissed off the spirit. So yeah, it's a neat mechanic in this game. I like that as an idea. We have What's That? So keep this card revealed. Explore the tunnel. Spends 1 action, discards a card, reads note 1. Don't take the risk, nothing happens. So you want to try going in the tunnel. We'll find out. Note 1. Keep this card revealed, and a zone previously contained objective 3 card. Then reveal the, so basically going to put this on the board, and it's going to replace that, what was there. Then reveal the objective card number 8, if it's not already done. Any survivor in a zone may perform 1 move action to move to a zone containing note number 2. So it's going to have us reveal objective number 8. So if we look at that one, it says under the floor. It says, survivor runs 5 AP. Keep this card revealed. May perform a melee attack against a lock with the damage 2 melee weapon. Lock breaks. Lock breaks if the action deals 2 hits or more, then discard and read note number 2. So I'm going to guess note number 2 is going to be the other half of the tunnel. So place this revealed card in the zone previously in card number 8. Then revealed objective number 3 if it's not already done. Any survivor may move there. So it's kind of neat. So it adds ways to move across the board really quick. So that's a really cool idea. Alright, then we have number 4. We have Tiger Down. Place 3 runners in this zone. Okay, keep revealed an objective. May take it turn 5 AP in a random vault item. But yeah, you have to deal with 3 runners, which is always never a fun thing. We have the Mandate. Like it adds all these dead bodies on the game board as well. It's really cool. 5 AP, keep this card. May spend 2 actions to inspect the body. If they do, read note number 3. So this one's going to be like, oh, we found an equipment card. May keep it from one quest to the next without any keep roll. During the next quest, the survivor discards the card and earns the bulk weapon. King Sword in addition to their starting equipment. This is an equipment card. Survivor may keep it. During the next quest setup, discards a card. So yeah, if you stay alive, you end up keeping that extra card, which is really neat. We have the Offering. There's a cheese statue on the board. Keep this card revealed. Survivors in meditating may choose to receive a random vault weapon instead of chi. If no vault are available, they gain 5 more AP. Trapped Under Ice. Keep this card revealed. Survivor stand in a zone. May perform a search action to read either note 6 or 7 and a discard card once both have been taken. So if we look at card number 6, earns a random vault weapon. They may reorganize their inventory for free. Otherwise, they can gain 5 AP. And note 7. Keep this revealed next to your dashboard and discard objective card 7. It can't be searched anymore. Survivor earns 5 AP. Guards may now be moved to a Celestial Palanquin represented by the beacon. Any survivor may perform a guard action with 3 guards to move the beacon zone. They may perform 1 move action along with the Palanquin towards the exit. So this will just help you move stuff around. Cool. We have a Strange Statue. Survivor meditating zone must move the statue along with this card to another zone as performing a move action with the slippery skill. The statue reaches corruption zone. Discard this card and the corruption token. So you can kind of break the corruption zone. That's kind of neat. And then the last one is don't move these guards. So we flip that one over. For each set of 4 guards rounded down to the zone, survivors may choose whether to earn 5 AP or a random vault weapon. In the later case, they may reorganize inventory free. If there are no guards, the card is revealed, discard it without effect. Cool. So you get some guards that were guarding some weapons, which is really neat. Okay, cool. So that was quest number 3. We're going to hop into quest number 4. So we have some more notes. We only have 3 this time, but we have 9 different things to look at. So we have a lavish house. Keep guard revealed, place 3 guards and 3 objective tokens in the zone. Guards cannot perform guard actions. Any survivor in the zone may spend 1 action to move 1 objective token on 3 AP. Discard this card as soon as there are no objective tokens left. Guards cannot perform guard actions. You get some guards, but you have to spend some time getting rid of some objectives first. A creepy place. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Some eerie symbols. So you have a choice. By your intuition, fall back, discard, nothing happens, or read note number 2. Keep exploring the creepy ruins. We're going to keep exploring the creepy ruins. Oh no, this card plays like an additional spawn zone. So that's cool. Discard when Necromancer is revealed, or is eliminated. So that's neat. We get an extra spawn zone that pops up. A place for offerings. Keep this card revealed. Survivors may spend 6 chi and discard a weapon, including a starting equipment card and a random vault weapon. So I wonder if I would also consider these chi statues, and there's probably already a chi statue in the zone, but I'd say if the chi statue got destroyed, I'd destroy these cards as well. Be my thought. Standing ground. We have another flag there, which is really cool. Equipment may be used from the backpack, may keep it from one quest to the next without any keep roll. It's discard as soon as the guard is eliminated. Gives the guard the push skill. So that's really neat. A barricaded house. Place 3 guards in the zone. They play as usual, then make a choice. Draw a random ball weapon, take 2 equipments of the player's choosing from the equipment deck. Either case, the survivor may reorganize their inventory. So that's kind of neat. Like, maybe you really need a ranged weapon, or you want to get a special spell or something like that. You can get some equipment or some armor versus just a random beggar vault weapon. That's neat. Save this quick. There's a sword laying in the ground. Player touches AP, gets a random vault weapon. It's very cool. Movements in the shadows. Keep this card revealed. Survivor makes a choice. Constantly step back, move the survivor to the next tree zone, no action needed. Then discard and reveal note 1, or go see by yourself. Discard this and reveal note 1. So either way, it's going to reveal note number 1. Seems you stumble upon fragment full of light, carrying on the war in the dark. Place 6 walkers and 3 guards in the zone with objective card number 7. So just the difference here is, do you step back and then now you're in the next zone farther? Maybe you're a ranged character, or you're almost dying, you don't want to be in a room with zombies, or do you just go ahead and do it yourself and now you're right there with them? So very interesting. A really big wardrobe. Place 3 guards in the zone. They may perform guard actions as usual. However, the survivor may also spend 3 chi to inspire the guards with a courage. In that case, read note number 3. Survivor earns this card till the end of the campaign. Survivors may perform 2 guard actions per turn instead of 1. These additional guard actions still cost 1 action. So that's really cool. And it says till the end of the campaign. So stuff like this is neat because it really helps you, like, not just gaining weapons that you might get better stuff and be able to get through the game a little bit easier, but also, like, you can ignore some of these objectives. Your objective for the actual quest might be defeat the Necromancer, or reveal this token, or just get to the exit. And you could skip a lot of these quests because you're like, I don't know, there could be a zombie in there I can't afford to get or fight against. So you might decide not to get this. You might not gain these extra cool actions. Our last one's a hidden cache. And that will be, keep this card, search the zone, may draw 2 equipment instead of 1. So very cool. Alright, we're going to look at quest number 5, so we have some more random notes. We have 6 of them this time. Not random notes, regular notes. We'll start the old one. The Old Forge for quest number 5. It's a axe with some cool symbols by it. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor in the zone may spend 6 chi to take one of the 4 vault weapons that have been set aside. And keep this card near the dashboard. It is one of the 4 broken anchors used to trigger a special game effect. There's a giant abomination tied down, so reveal at your own risk. So do you see this guy laying on the board? Do you go near him? If you do, keep this card revealed. The God Eater abomination in this zone does not do anything or hinder survivors' move actions until it gets an activation or is eliminated. Place a con abomination in the zone to represent the God Eater abomination. Any survivor in the zone without any zombie that may spend one action to gain a rope ladder token if available, then discard this card. So very interesting. I'm not sure why you would use the con abomination to represent the God Eater in here. Unless it's just the idea is that eventually the God Eater eventually gets summoned. But that's kind of a neat idea. It's like, this guy's tied down. He's not going to do anything. You can just sit there and keep attacking him until he's defeated. Or you could run over and steal the rope off of him, which would freeze him. But yeah. Or just go with any zombie. So after you kill him, you may then go and pick up all the rope. So you kill him and then take the rope to make a rope ladder. So otherwise you could just ignore it and hope he doesn't get an activation token. Just kind of a fun little mechanic. Smells delicious. Ooh, someone has some food prepped. Make your choice, don't waste the banquet, read notes. Could be a trap, better safe than sorry, nothing happens. Then discard this card. So if we read note number 2, we're going to get spends on 3 actions, survivor, each action spent grants a chi and 3 AP, then discard this card. So you just took advantage of it and you did get it. We have the stables. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor may spend 1 to gain a rope ladder if available. Very cool. 8 temple archives. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor in the zone may endure 2 wounds, no armor roll, to get one of the 4 vault weapons that have been set aside, and then keep this for one of the 4 triggers, and then read note number 5. Any survivor may discard a broken anchor card at any time to move the beacon 1 zone towards the exit. The beacon ignores all obstacles, is not hindered by ice zones or zombies. Damage lost to the beacon is in a corruption zone at the start of the zombie phase. A corrupted chi statue. Keep this revealed, make a choice. Immediately recover a weapon. Read note 3, or study the statue, read note 4. So if we read note 3, we're going to get, you just grab the weapon, falls apart and dissipates, but you have removed an anchor. Statue is now broken, read one of the 4 vault weapons that have been set aside. Keep this card near the dashboard. Each one of the 4 broken anchors you can trigger special effects in the game. Otherwise, we wanted to reveal note 4, which said, you need a Necromancer's Blood to break the spell. Reveal this card. As soon as a Necromancer eliminates any of the 4 survivors may discard this during 5 AP. See one of the 4 vault weapons. They may then reorganize. Keep this card near the dashboard as one of the 4 anchors. So kind of depending on which direction you go, when you choose whichever one, you might either have to wait around until you defeat a Necromancer, or you could just go ahead and get one of the cards. The difference is you're not going to gain that 5 AP in there. But, you know, that might just be the difference on what you need. We have the Necromancer's device. Keep this revealed. Any survivor in the zone may discard one of the 4 vault weapons, and it becomes a broken anchor. And we read note 6. Well, you were warned. It was a trap. Draw 3 zombie cards. Keep the one showing the most zombies at the current danger level and discard the others. In the case of a tie, players should spawn the corresponding zombies in the zone. Earns 5 AP. We have Breaking Point. Survivors make a choice. Let the guards flee, revealing note 1, or reassure them Spend 1 action point, earn 5 AP. So if we reveal no one, we let them leave. It's going to say, at the end of each survivor's turn, one guard of your choice, choosing who is not in a standing in a survivor zone, is eliminated. Discard this card, no guards. Discard this card, no guards can be eliminated. Yeah, so you just let the guys go and then they start to die or leave. We have the old banner. As an equipment card, maybe using the backpack, which gives you the guards +1 max range still. Very cool. The banners are really neat. And then the last one is a supply depot. Or depot. It says reveal. Draw as many equipment cards as needed, 1 by 1 to fill the survivor's inventory. Resolve all cards as usual, then discard. So neat. So you gotta fill up the survivor's zone. So those are our first 5 quests. So we're gonna go ahead and head to the rest of them. It's a little bit long video, but we got halfway through. So really neat stuff going on. Alright, quest number 6. We have 2 notes this time. So not a ton there, but we have oops. Disabling a weapon on the map, which is really neat. What do we got here? Again, drawing a vault weapon, so it's a very common thing in there. No vault weapons are available. Draw 3 equipment cards instead. Please help me. Which will be a guard standing here, grimace contorted face. You get closer. Huge zombie reveal themselves. Was this a trap? Keep this target revealed. Place 1 warden brute and 1 brute in this zone. Guards cannot perform guard action. Zombies ignore him. No attacks move towards him. Discard this card if the guard is eliminated in any way. Friendly fire, for example. Discard this card since survivor in the zone with the guard and no zombies. Then read note number 1. So we have a brand new guard. This guard appears to be in league with the zombies, but with them gone, he's not putting up a fight. What do you do with him? Eliminate the guard before his new master returns, getting additional 5 AP, or hear his plea and read note number 2. It's kind of cool. I was literally about to say before I read this card, I'm like, oh, first card gets you a weapon. It's like, yeah, it's cool, we're getting a lot of vault weapons, but I kind of miss having like these options and choices and stuff to do. And then this, right here, this is going to give an interesting one for that. Replace the guard with a green objective token, keep revealed. Place 4 objective tokens in the zone representing the guard's family. Discard both cards and the tokens whenever a zombie resolved an attack in the zone. Any survivor staying in the zone may spend actions to remove the same number of objective tokens. Family is safest since all 4 tokens and all survivors are in 1 campaign experience. So that's kind of a neat thing, right? This whole little quest. You're going to go ahead and resolve this. Some zombies are going to pop up, and there's a guard in there. So you got to defeat the zombies, and then you got to interact with the guards. So basically, you can either kill them, be like, I'm done with you, I don't want to know what else you're going to surprise me with, or you can do this as another little objective, which now you have to try and get rid of these tokens, but you gain some campaign XP, which can be really helpful in the long run. But on the other side, you're doing all this stuff by fighting all them guys, fighting the 2 zombies, having to eliminate brutes, and then having to also then do all this stuff could severely take you away from your other objectives, could end up getting you killed. It's a very interesting thing. We have a leak, which says, leaking cauldron. Any survivor must spend 1 additional action to exit the zone. Does not apply to guards. Survivor in the zone may perform a search action to discard this card and take a dragon bile from either their equipment deck or discard pile. Then may reorganize the inventory for free. So that's cool. We did dragon bile. Double cauldron. Oh, we got cauldron tokens. Keep this card available whenever a cauldron token should be discarded. Discard this card instead. The cauldron token stays on the board and can be used another time. Neat. So basically you have an extra cauldron there that you can get rid of. We have a tranquil place. Keep this card revealed. Is an objective token. Each time a survivor meditates in a zone, discard a token or add 1. Placing objective token on this card. Add 1 each time a survivor meditates in the zone. Discard a token each time a God Eater Abomination enters the zone. The God Eater Abomination is eliminated. Oh, discard a token each time a God Eater enters the zone. The God Eater Abomination is eliminated. No AP is gained. The Vault weapon is dropped nonetheless. Discard this as soon as the last objective token is discarded. Place an objective token on this card. Add 1 each time a survivor meditates. This card's kind of odd here. So you're going to place an objective token and you're going to keep adding them. Discard a token each time the God Eater Abomination enters the zone. It is eliminated. No AP is gained. So basically what you're going to do is you could put a bunch of tokens on there to keep drawing the God Eater to that spot, and then they just keep getting eliminated. I'm guessing that's what it is. I have this weapon, but what's this one do? Guard holds a powerful weapon. Does not seem to know how to use it. Show the guard how to use the weapon, and they gain guard's damage 2 for melee, for free. And otherwise, take the weapon, or it's 5 AP, gain a random Vault weapon. Then the guard can now perform guard action. That's cool. Mystical storage. A lot of ways to power up guards throughout this game. Keep this card revealed any survivor searching a zone. May spend chi to draw an equal number of additional equipment with the same search action. It could be useful. Get some more Dragon Bile in this game. Dragon Bile torches have been stored here. Survivor can search for a torch of Dragon Bile from either the equipment deck or the discard pile. It looks like a trap. It sure does. Gains 5 AP and gain Grand Vault weapon. Then spawn a zombie card. 3 zombie cards on spawn zone 2, then reserve the survivor's turn. And then the last one is Defender of the Statue. Which says, we have another guard here. Keep the guard on duty. And, keep this card revealed. The guard cannot perform guard actions. All survivors earn 1 additional campaign experience if the guard and the chief statue are still unharmed by the end of the quest, or relieve the guard of his duties and gain 5 AP. So basically, yeah, it's kind of neat. You can either keep him around and try and protect this thing to gain some extra campaign experience, which again can be really helpful to gain cool new skills or extra action points throughout the game, or get rid of them right away. Now you just get 5 regular things to level up your character for that mission or that quest, but now the guard can help you out. So cool options. Alright, we have number 7, which we have some more notes. We have 5 in this one. We have a Blood Mill. Keep card revealed. Roll a die at the beginning of each player phase. Add 1 to the result per survivor, including guards in the zone. 1 to 5 spawn the corresponding number of walkers in the zone. 6+, discard this card. All survivors gain XP. So basically, you want to get as many people as you can into this area so you can get 6 as quickly as possible. A good start. Survivor is 5 AP and random Vault weapon. So yeah, nice way to begin a quest. Growling noises. Are we gonna have a werewolf pop out at us? Keep this card revealed. Quest has an additional objective. Clear the secret passage of all zombies. Any survivor in the zone may perform a search action to find the secret passage and 5 additional AP. Discard this card and spawn 3 zombies in this zone. Treasury. Keep this card revealed. Survivors may search the zone and spend 2 actions to have 1 to draw 3 equipment. Any survivor with a treasure map objective card may discard it here and then reveal note number 3. So if we look at note number 3. Place all remaining Vault weapons in this zone. Any survivor zone may spend actions to take the equivalent number of cards. They may reorganize their inventory for free. That's kind of cool. So if you have the treasure map, instead of drawing just regular equipment, you can draw Vault weapons instead. That's neat. Disabled Trap. So Survivor makes a choice. We're in a trick. Survivor spends 1 action to see how the trap works, earns 5 AP, then read note 1. Explore the pit. From the search action, reveal note 2. Ain't got time, nothing happens, discard it. So if we check out to learn a trick with card number 1, keeps till the end of the campaign. Does not take up space in their inventory, cannot be traded. Once per quest, Survivor may spend 1 action to place an objective token in their zone. The token may be discarded anytime to eliminate all zombies in its zone. Survivor earns their corresponding AP. Or, if we checked out the pit, draw 1 to 4, draw the indicated number of equipments, roll a 5, grab a bolt weapon, or gain 5 AP, or 6, choose a available bolt weapon, or gain 10 AP. So you either draw random or choose. Very cool. Cool. Alright, here's our treasure maps. If we went and hunted that down. Survivor gains 5 AP. Keep this map near you. May be traded like an equipment card and may preview baseball later in your later quest. And then the last one we have Refugee's Dilemma. Lead survivors to safety. Read note 4. Give them some supplies. 5. Give them advice and let them fight like warriors. Earn 5 AP. So if we leave them to safety, place this near the survivor's dashboard. The quest has a new objective. Survivors must reach the zone with 6 guards or more, then spend 1 action. The refugees are now under the guard's protection. Then discard this card and all survivors earn 1 campaign experience. If there are enough guards to fulfill this objective, discard this card without effect. If there are not enough objectives. Or we can do 5. Survivors discards 1 or more equipment cards. For each card discarded, this way earn 5 AP. So you can give them just some supplies. So cool. That's a neat options there. Alright, for quest number 8, we have a bunch more notes, but we also have Fire Star notes, and we have 2 of those, so we'll have to see what those do. What is that doing here? Looks like a giant bomb. Oh, it's a cauldron with a bomb in it, maybe. Survivor earns 5 APs. A Fire Star note and this card as an equipment. Takes up 2 slots in their inventory. Makes them move and cannot be discarded. Discard this card as soon as the no longer has the Fire Star note. Alright, so we have 2 copies of the Fire Star notes, which say, this is a Fire Star, the most powerful weapon in the Imperial Arsenal. Discard is near the survivor's dashboard. Places near the survivor's dashboard. Does not take up space in their inventory. Survivor may discard this card by standing in a range of 0 to 1 in the first spawn zone within line of sight, with spending 1 action. As soon as the 2 Fire Stars have been used this way, move the first spawn zone to the flag zone. Survivor may discard this card by standing in a range of 0 to 1 from the first spawn zone within line of sight, and spending 1 action. As soon as 2 Fire Stars have been used this way, move the first spawn zone to the flag zone. So this is a way to move the spawn zone. So it probably has something more to do with the quest. We have arcane symbols. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor may perform 1 enhancement action to discard this card and remove a corruption token from the battlement walkway. All zombies are eliminated and the survivor earns a corresponding AP. Survivors also earn any vault weapons the target zone that could be from Abomination or Necromancer eliminated this way. I see a big barrel. You get 5 AP and perform 3 free actions. Placing a noise token on their dashboard for each action gained this way. As long as the survivor has at least 1 token, they have 1 less action to spend during their subsequent turns, with 1 of their noise tokens at the end of each of their turns. An unsettling noise. Don't open that. It's a coughing. See what's inside the wardrobe, open note 4, or get out and check out discards without effect. It says, is someone chewing? So we open it up and we have a warden brute pops out. Then draw cards from the equipment deck and you can find 2 food cards, apple, salted meat, or water. Place them inside the zone. Any survivor in the zone may spend action to pick up one of those cards. It's a little risk reward. Kind of cool. The Oracle statue. Keep this card revealed. Performing a meditation action, the zone may discard this card. Then they may reveal and read but not resolve an objective card of their choice and put it back afterwards. Oh, neat. So you can go ahead and kind of see like what might be coming up in one of the other spots. That's kind of fun. We have Workshop. Keep this card revealed. Perform a search action. Upgrade a weapon. Discard one card from the survivor's inventory. Draw a vault weapon. May read yours in inventory for 3. Repair a broken key statue. Read note 3. Or repair a broken wheel. It may be useful for the quest. After each of this card, draw and place one zombie card in the orange spawn zone. It will spawn there during the next spawn step regardless whether the spawn zone is active or not. So if we do note number 3, repairing a key statue. Survivor gains this card. Not take up inventory. Maybe trade electing equipment. Survivors may spend one action and discard this in a broken key statue and to repair it. The Gong. The Great Chi Gong. Reveal this card. Each time a survivor meditates in a zone with a chi, all survivors, including this one meditating, earn 1 chi. So that's kind of cool. Lets everyone gain extra chi. And then a broken cart. Try to repair the cart. Read note number 1. No need for the cart. Simply rolling the device will do the trick. Read note 2. So if we do note number 1. Survivor must find a way to repair the wheel. Once it is done, you're in 5 AP. A fire star note. Using a fire star is free. Not spend. They may use a fire star regardless of range as long as there's a line of sight. Otherwise, read note 2 and we're just going to roll it. It says 5-2 takes an equipment card in their slot of their inventory to not be used. So basically, this just makes it take up more space. You have to haul it around versus wheeling it on a cart. Nice. Alright, for quest number 9, we have a couple more notes in there. And we have What's Over There. Survivors earn 5 AP in a random vault weapon if there are any available. They may rearrange the inventory for free. If no vault weapon is available, Survivor may draw 3 equipment instead. A frozen corpse. Keep this card revealed. Survivor in the zone may perform a search action to discard a random vault weapon, if there are any. A hole in the ground. Avoid the hole, nothing happens. Look inside the hole, read note 3. Fill the hole with debris, read note 4. So if we look in the hole for note 3, there's 2 walkers, a runner, and a god eater abomination in the zone along with the freeze token. So they won't be able to activate the next turn, but then they're going to start coming after you. If we do 4 and we fill the hole in, place the God Eater Abomination in the zone along with a freeze token. So hey, at least we stopped some of them. That's kind of fun. A mysterious chest. Survivors gain 5 AP and random vault weapon. We have Look at This. Choose 1 fortune, the survivor earns 5 AP, and 5 equipment cards are resolved as usual. I choose Power, gains 5 AP and 2 random vault weapons, or I choose Violence, earns enough AP to reach the first notch of the orange danger level, also earn 1 campaign steal for free. Strange Shoes, has some ice skates on. Survivor is considered an equipment card and can be used from the backpack. The keep value of 1. It is removed from the game whenever it is discarded or lost. Survivor benefits from the Ice Walker and Ice Warrior campaigns, so you can get extra movement on ice and you can fight on the ice. Meditating Guard. Discard a card without effect, but there are no guards in the zone when the objective is taken. The survivor immediately spends 1 action, read note 5. Alright, so we have note 5. Survivor keeps the card within a campaign. Place in your dashboard. Survivor may spend 1 chi per action to trigger different game effects. Survivor keeps placing it near their dashboard. Survivor may spend several chi per action. Oh, because normally you can only maybe spend one chi per action, so this will let you spend multiple, so you can use your chi to like upgrade do one of your skills and get one of your weapons at the same time. I'm believing that's what that's supposed to be doing. We have a temple's treasure. Plunder the treasure, gain a random vault weapon, and then read note 1. Or save the treasure, gain 1 objective token. It takes up a slot in their inventory, can be traded like an equipment. They can reorganize for free. The objective token is discarded at the end of the quest, only then read note 2. So for read note 1, survivors keep this card in the campaign. Place it under the dashboard. Being cursed, survivors cannot meditate in zones with key statues. So you get the item now, but you get an item, but it's cursed, so you can't use chi statues. If you waited till the end of the campaign, we get survivors keep the card till the end of the campaign. Place this near your dashboard. Being blessed, survivors gain their chi reserve to 8 instead of 6 when meditating in chi statues. That's kind of cool. This is at the end of the campaign. I'll just remind this is quest 9 of 10. So, it just doesn't resolve until the end. So it's basically just for the last quest. A nice view. Survivor earns 5 AP, draw zombie cards if you resolve the next spawn set, but not spawn any zombies yet. Instead, place the zombie cards in corresponding zones face up. Use this card to spawn zombies during the next spawn phase. Awesome. Then for the last one, we have quest number 10, which we have a few more notes. We wish we had more stuff like the random ones, which have been kind of neat. A powerful magic. 5 AP and a vault weapon. Destroyed by corruption. Nothing happens. Okay. Source of power. Their chi reserve is set to 8. Destroyed by corruption, all necromancers on the board immediately gain extra activation. So these are kind of neat. You get punished if these are destroyed before you activate them. Otherwise, usually nothing happens. Not what you were looking for, but keep this card revealed. Zone may perform multiple search actions. Otherwise, it can get destroyed without any effect. A wizard's house. Keep this card revealed. Any survivor in the zone may perform a search action and read notes 2, 3, or 4, player's choice. Zone may also be searched, even if a corruption zone. Discard this card once all 3 notes have been taken. Reveal this card as it had been taken by a survivor. So basically revealing this. So if we read note 2, we have considered equipment may be used in the backpack. Survivor may discard this card anytime to heal all their wounds, set your chi to 6. Note number 3. A jade tablet. It's a vault weapon or item. When a spawn zone, survivor may perform an enchantment action to eliminate all zombies in the zone, earning corresponding AP. If the survivor is the first or orange spawn zone, they remove it to the flag zone, which I believe makes it so they don't activate anymore. So there's an equipment card lost anyway, including by corruption. Set it next to the vault weapon that can be taken in place of giant bulk weapons. It's kind of neat to get a new vault weapon. And then look at card number 4. We have game random vault weapon may reorganize their AP or their inventory. Card number 5, we have an unholy place. Keep this card revealed counts as an additional orange spawn zone, spawning last. Any survivor meditating zone doesn't gain any chi. Instead, they may spend 3 chi to discard this card. The Necromancer's Lair. You have been warned. Keep this card revealed. Set 3 brutes and 1 warden brute in this zone. Repeat this process during each spawn step. After all spawn zones have spawned zombies, survivor may perform search action unless there are no zombies there. To discard this card, then read note 1. You just have to take them out, and then you can read the last note. So note number 1 says, consider the equipment. Survivors may reorganize their inventory for free. Survivors may discard this card while standing in the flag zone. Then move the first spawn zone or zone to the flag zone. So you can use this to get rid of some of those. A Chi Master's House. Place a Necromancer in a zone with a corruption token, a Necromancer spawn zone, and a freeze token. Placing Necromancer in a zone with a Corruption token, a Necromancer spawn zone, and a Freeze token. Okay, placing Necromancer in this zone with a Corruption token, a spawn zone, and a Freeze token. Necromancer out of the board, discard thought effects. This is summoning a Necromancer. We have Reinforcements. Guards are eliminated during the quest. Place them back in the flag zone. Their initial elimination is not considered when determining campaign XP at the point end of this quest. If no guards have initially been eliminated, all survivors gain 10 AP. The Imperial Chest. Open the chest, survivors earn 5 AP and gain a random vault weapon. Leave the Emperor's property untouched. Gain 5 AP, may also discard any objective cards received during this course of the campaign, like Cursed received from a previous quest, for example, or is destroyed by corruption. And then the last card is the Imperial Prayer Wheel, which gets us the Imperial Prayer Wheel weapon. It's a vault weapon with a cheat. Each successful hit eliminates a zombie, no matter the type. If this power is used to be the first spawn zone in the orange zone, so move that to the flag zone. So very cool. Alright, that's what we have for our Eternal Empires campaign mission cards. So yeah, lots of spoilers in there. So one question that might come up, hopefully if you're still here to listen to this, is, so like, if I've played all 10 campaigns, now what do I do? Because I'm already going to know what most of the cards do. Maybe I didn't reveal all of them. What do you do from there? Well, that's where you can, hopefully just come up with your own campaigns and do stuff. Now, the thing is, I would say, can you take cards from any of these campaigns and then mix and match them? Without having play tested it, I would say possibly to an extent. A lot of these are just going to either spawn bolt weapons, give you like some special extra ability like a guard skill, or they're going to give you like one of the equipment we saw later on, or they're going to spawn zombies. There are very few that are like 100% that were tied directly to the quest, or to another card. Like we did have the one with the 2 doors on it, so you have to make sure if you're going to use one of them, you use the other one because they correspond and whatever notes. So like, you could customize your own campaign, but it's not just as easy as being like, I'm going to take this giant deck of cards, randomly draw 10 cards from these, and place them on those tiles. Or I'm going to pick 5 tiles, right, and then find any cards that work with those tiles and place them down. Because some of them might require, like, that tunnel, and then if you get the tunnel, you have to have notes, this and that. Or if you're playing this card, you have to flip it over to see what notes there. So you could kind of plan a campaign as sort of like if you were a dungeon master in like a D&D game, where you know what's on there and you know like this is going to activate this, and it could be helpful for your play group, but it's not going to just be a way for you to necessarily randomize do it for yourself, because you wouldn't, you're not going to know what cards have to do with what. I mean, obviously you just keep all the pile next to you, and if you draw a card and it's like, you randomly draw one of these. Let's just randomly get one of these here. So like if I just randomly had this one on the board, right? I randomly picked up tile 36, V, and I had this, and I flipped it. And then I could be like, oh, on here then it says I have to have notes 2, 3, and 4. I could go back, find quest 10 in the notes. You could have all of them just sitting aside. You could grab them when you wanted to. So if you end up with a card that said you need a note, you could be like, oh, here's my pile, let me just dig through, find that specific one, find that note, then do it that way. There's only other few, like the stuff with the Fire Star, which kind of are really only seem to be towards the campaign. And then there's the other ones that like moved the beacon around, which don't really seem like they would have a lot of relevance outside that, or the ones that, to an extent, the ones that had the broken anchors, because that also has to do with the direct quest, but I think they let you draw a vault weapon as well. So again, lots of them, yeah, you could mix and match and have different stuff, and maybe this is a vault weapon, maybe it's not. There's only a few I saw that looked like they even took place on the same exact tile, so there wouldn't be too often that. But that is a potential thing you can do. I don't know how broken it might make the game, because you might end up having, 10 quests on the board, if you just are randomly drawing all of them. And you might end up with, oh, I have 10 Vulcan quests and none of them were bad stuff. Or you might have the other reason. You might have 5 quests on the board, and 4 of the 5 are zombies, and 1's an equipment card, and then makes all your objectives that much harder. But it could definitely be a cool thing to be able to do. Hopefully, in the future, they make more campaigns to add on to this. So again, this is kind of following the Zombicide 2.0 rules, and they did already have 2 expansions that had different campaign stuff, which each one did their own maps. But they did have the idea of that, and then they are releasing another 3rd expansion coming out, which is going to have more campaign stuff. So that could be kind of neat. They could add some new campaign maps and add some more cards to work with these different tiles. The only downside when they do that is because usually they only do core stuff plus the expansion. So if they do that, it won't have any of the stuff to do with the internal empire stuff generally, which is unfortunate. It'd be neat if they incorporated it to all that as well, and just be like, hey, we're gonna assume you're gonna buy all this. On the same side, I would love if they did a refresher kit for Black Plague and Green Horde and went back and did campaign cards for all of those. Things just have to, just like a little campaign box, right? Doesn't need to have new tiles, doesn't need to have necessarily any new enemies. It could be like, hey, here's a little booklet with 10 new quests for each one, or 5 new quests for each one even. And then like 5 cards to go with that, even if they did something simple. That'd be really cool. Alright, that's what we have. Hope you guys enjoyed these Zombicide videos. Check out the rest of them. See you guys later. Bye.